Hi there, welcome back to our little handmade home. Today we are continuing our exploration into the building blocks of quilting. It is number 2 today and we are going to be focusing on another little workhorse, the half square triangle. They are far more versatile than they seem at first, so let's get started. Today we're looking at the half square triangles and we're going to talk about a couple of different ways that you can make them. So half square triangles can be used for a lot of different things, primarily pinwheels, you'll see them. So if you're working with, if you want to just make one, it's quite simple to do. So we're going to take two fabrics, we're going to put them right sides together. And then using one of your rulers, you're going to draw a diagonal line from corner to corner. You can use a fabric pen for this, or you can even use a mechanical pencil. If you use mechanical pencils, remember to clean the edge of your ruler afterwards. So we're just going to draw a line along here. And then what we'll do is we'll take this over to the sewing machine. We're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam on each side of those lines. So I'll do that and be right back. So you can see that I have a 1/4 inch seam on each side of that line. So our next step is to again take our ruler . And we're just going to cut along that line. And just like that, you have two half square triangles. You can go ahead and press them, and then you'll just want to trim off your corners. And you have half square triangles, quick and easy. So that's one way to do it. If you have a lot of them to do, what you can do is cut 8 at a time. So to show you that one, I'm going to use 2 layer cake pieces. So we're starting with 10 inches. We're going to start with right sides together, and we're going to draw on the diagonal. But we're going to do it both ways. And as we did with our smaller piece, we're going to do a 1/4 inch seam on each side. So I'll do that and be right back. So you can see once again that I have sewn a 1/4 inch across my diagonal lines, and now we're just going to cut on those lines. Once you've cut on the diagonal, go ahead and cut down the middle. You can see my fabric is moving around a little bit. Try to keep it as steady as possible. And you just want to go through the points. So like that, you now have 8 half square triangles. So we're just going to take them, open them up this way, First, we'll start by setting our seam. I always finger press mine open. And of course, you'll go through, trim your corners off, as we did with the last one. And there's multiple half square triangles. Now you'll notice that these ones are, in fact, the same size. These ones we started with a 5-inch, these ones we started with a 10-inch, but because of the way we've cut them, they wind up being the same size. They are 4.5-inch. So if you have a 4.5-inch square, you can use them to square them up. And that is a quick and easy way to cut a lot of half square triangles at one time. Once you've pressed out your blocks and trimmed the corners off, you can start to lay them out. You can create easy pinwheels, which are always fun. You can have all of one pattern leaning into the center. Or you can have them coming out like that. By using half square triangles, you can create all sorts of different looks. You can even do scrappy pinwheels. These fabrics all come from the same collection, so the colors really work together. You can have a lot of fun with it. So those are 2 quick and easy ways to make half square triangles. Thanks again for joining me here at Our Little Handmade Home and our exploration into the basic building blocks of quilting. This series is going to continue weekly, so be sure to tune in. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on so that you know when I've put up a new post. Any links that I have for you for product recommendations are going to be down below, as well as links to my shop where you can see how I've put some of these basic blocks into action. I'll see you again next week.